The medical report felt heavy in her grip, the paper edges sharp against her palm. Irene stood before the stainless steel bin in the center of the departure terminal. People flowed around her, a river of strangers oblivious to the fact that her world had just finished narrowing to a single point. She let her fingers loosen. The document fluttered, caught the air for a second, and vanished into the darkness of the trash. Her hands were still trembling, the tremors vibrating up through her wrists, so she pressed them hard against the cold metal of her luggage handle. She looked into the nearby glass pane. Her eyes were rimmed with red, the skin beneath them tight and raw. She pulled a pair of dark lenses from her bag and slid them into place, turning the world into a muted, gray shade. The physical act of hiding the pain calmed the shaking. She walked to a quiet corner, pulled out her phone, and dialed. The first ring cut through the terminal noise like a blade. She waited, her pulse hammering against her throat, ready to speak the words that would force him to come to her. Stellan arrived 10 minutes before the final boarding call. He moved through the terminal with a hurried, jagged pace, dragging a heavy suitcase that bumped against the floor tiles. He stopped in front of her, checking his watch before even meeting her gaze. His face was set in a mask of practiced irritation. He did not ask why she had called. He did not ask why she had demanded this specific trip. He only wanted the document, the promise of an end to the years of friction. Irene watched him, her expression behind the dark lenses unreadable. She nodded once, a sharp, mechanical motion. The deal was struck without a single word of warmth. Stellan let out a breath that sounded like a complaint, his shoulders dropping only to tighten again. He looked at the departures board, then back at her, his jaw clenching as he calculated the lost billable hours. He was already somewhere else, preoccupied with the life he was trying to leave behind, while she stood anchored in a present that was quickly slipping away, his slight peak versus her doom. The cabin air was recycled, dry, and tasted of nothing. On the flight, the armrest between them became a jagged border neither dared to cross. Stellan spent the hours staring at a laptop screen, his fingers tapping a rhythmic, impatient code against the plastic tray. Irene sat perfectly still, her hands clasped in her lap, watching the clouds drift past the window. She did not look at him once. When the plane touched down, the transition was jarring. The Alaskan landscape hit them with a wall of white and gray. They climbed into a rental car, the engine's sound swallowed by the vast open silence of the tundra. The road stretched ahead, a thin black ribbon carving through a horizon of jagged peaks.